first here this afternoon. Justin Tucker for the extra point. He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either, and it's 7-0. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it's finished off by a touchdown run from J.K. Dobbins. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive. Yeah, they were in field goal range the last time out, but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Mayfield on 3rd and 2. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And already down 7-0 after the touchdown a minute ago, so a 3-and-out here would not be ideal for them. Nice job finding his receiver there, and they get the first down.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
Second down and right back to McCaffrey. And they'll hold him to 3 there as he takes this up to the 47.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
A handoff left, McCaffrey. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. First down, Mayfield. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Mayfield to throw it. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Ravens. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't it?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A big pickup of 38. Charles, you talk so much about quick change plays. There's one right there. You get the turnover and boom, hit them with a big one.
The defense is planned for this all the time. They work on it in practice. But in the middle of the game, when that quick change takes place, oftentimes guys aren't as focused as they need to be.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. And between the last two plays, they moved it over half the length of the football field. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins. His second TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Ravens go up by 2 touchdowns. Tucker with the extra point. And that'll make the score 14-0. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it's finished off by a touchdown run from J.K. Dobbins. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. A high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
Well, obviously searching for their first touchdown this game, partner. And that quick 3 and out, that's not going to achieve that at all. Give victory to the secondary there. They brought out tight coverage on that 3rd down snap.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. This is brought in at the 21. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The football back over to Baltimore and J.K. Dobbins. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So 1 play and they're already just shy of midfield. Now Jackson. He'll find Bateman once more. And he's got this down to the 35. Giving back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another first down. Two minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. Down to about the 32. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. To throw is Jackson. Looking for Bateman. He's got him complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 19. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man of the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Throwing is Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. Targeting Dobbins again, and he's got it again. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. One more time with Dobbins. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. J.K. Dobbins as the first half is winding down. And the Ravens will extend their lead here just before halftime. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And it's now 21-0. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it's finished off by a touchdown run from J.K. Dobbins. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Panther offense going to see the ball one more time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So we're at halftime here in the Inner Harbor with the hometown Ravens on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before.
Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Raven offense set to start this third quarter. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. And he's got some space here. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 79 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Oh, they'll let Andrews try to run. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. And now Jackson will look to throw it. And that'll be caught by the big tight end, Andrews. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. On second down, a run with Dobbins. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Right back to Dobbins on first. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Ravens take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 28-0. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it's finished off by a touchdown run from J.K. Dobbins. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Play fake. Mayfield. And he'll air this one deep for Anderson. And this one is incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
The throw over the middle taken in. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
Now a throw here to his running back. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. McCaffrey running up the middle. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Another run with McCaffrey on second down. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. To throw, Mayfield. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
A second down throw for Mayfield. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. A Odafe. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Following the sack, Mayfield and the Panthers staring at a 3rd and long here. He'll look to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Kyle Hamilton running up from his safety spot and earning the sack. Here's Johnny Hekker now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. They go play action with Jackson. On the move to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. There he goes right side. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they didn't get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and it's now a 28-7 ball game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Fielded just outside the goal line.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
And now they're in the hurry-up. They go play action now. Jackson rolling to his left. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
And Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson could really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got them on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. 2nd half with the lead, this is when Lamar Jackson seems to thrive. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Now it's Jackson. That is caught. Rashad Bateman. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That goes for a gain of 31. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence, because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
And he's got room. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Jackson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down. Here's Jackson to throw. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Devin Duvernay, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are closing in on a 3rd straight win. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Well, this is a touch cruel here. They've got the big lead. Now they're going for the jugular with the onside kick. And it looks like the Panthers' hands team does its job. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
On second down, McCaffrey. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Mayfield looks to throw. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Mayfield. He's got the connection to Moore. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Mayfield knocks this forward. It's a jet sweep. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
62 yards on the ground for him so far. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Here's Mayfield. And it's caught. Touchdown. Tommy Tremble from 6 yards away. And the Panthers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And the end result, a Panthers touchdown. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it out to his left. Bateman's got it on the crossing route here. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. call that a very strong gain of 24.
Offensively, another big chunk of yardage, Charles, but defensively, they had all this talk about trying to limit explosive plays. They have not been able to do that.
They discussed it all week, but they haven't been able to execute it at all, haven't been able to find a way to slow down this offense. They're seeking answers and not coming up with any.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Devin Duvernay. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Ravens add on to their 4th quarter lead, and they are on their way to improving to 8-2. Tucker with the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it's capped off by the Baltimore score. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down.
Yeah, we saw that one up here, CD. Offensive team, they touched that before it went 10 yards.
Obviously such a fine line, letting it go the required 10 yards, but also getting to it before the hands team can. Just didn't time it out right, and that results in a flag.
A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Fuller brings it in over the middle. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for second down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Looking to throw again on second down. Mayfield.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working.
And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Taking it about the 1.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score.
And the most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild. And at the end of all that, it winds up a safety. All right, Charles, help me out here. 4th quarter, you've got the lead, and you run backwards into the end zone. You're just trying to do too much.
I almost don't have words for it. But, you know, every coach that we talk to talks about running backs or people running the football, running north-south, getting upfield. He went way in the opposite direction, and that's going to cost his team.
Yeah, it cost him big time. Still leading, but it costs him. Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. One last shot from Mayfield here.
Pass over the middle tipped, but he still brings it in.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League. But fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. How'd you like to be those defensive coaches, though? That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared. But executing and stopping teams, that's another matter entirely.
So for Baltimore.